Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Ms. Neeta Bhushan, Charge d'Affaires of the Indian Embassy here in Dubai, Mr. Anurag Bhushan, Consul General of India, friends from the industry, a very warm good afternoon to you all, and thank you for coming to this investment seminar for the Government of Punjab. The Honorable Deputy Chief Minister has already mapped out how he has implemented his vision of making Punjab the destination of choice for investors. I would like to present to you some of the points underlying some of the things that we have been able to achieve in the last 9 years. As he already mentioned to you, India is really the fastest growing economy, clocking more than 7% investment rates. And the figures that I'm sharing with you, I've also indicated to you that these are figures not of the Government of Punjab or some other agency. These are figures of the World Bank and the IMF. And as he mentioned, India is really now growing at rates which are much faster than other countries of the world. I mean, if you look at the rates of China, look at the rates of European Union, United States, India is far ahead. And the projection that IMF gives for India is much healthier comparatively. We are in India the top destination in FDI, and in 2015, India received $63 billion of FDI, which was the highest that they have received in recent times. FDI flows from UAE to India have also been very healthy, and certainly the largest expat community in the UAE is the Indian community, and the gathering here today is really a proof of this statement. UAE is also one of the most important trading partners for India. It's the third largest trading partner, the 10th biggest investor, and of course the second largest export destination. I also would like to mention some of the items of trade. Most of you would be dealing in these items, and so these are items which are very familiar to you. Some of these are also the items where we in Punjab have the strength. And as the Deputy Chief Minister mentioned, Punjab is certainly the food bowl of the country. We are the most prosperous state, and we certainly provide food to the rest of the country. It's not only about the food grains, it's also about other food products. We are the #1 producer of mushrooms, the #1 state in honey, the 7% of India's dairy. I mean, it's quite a surprise. I mean, the largest cattle population of the country is really in Punjab. And of course, we are the highest producers of and exporters of basmati rice with the highest yields, the highest productivity. Not only about agriculture and food. I mean, a lot of times when we talk of Punjab, people say, it's all only about agriculture and food. But I must mention to you here is that we are very, very strong industrial economy as well. We are the #1 in sports goods, manufacturing and sports, the #1 in sewing machines, #1 in hosiery woolens, #1 in hand tools manufacturing. We are the #1 in cycle and cycle components manufacturing, the #1 in tractor and agricultural manufacturing, and of course, the #1 producers in cotton and blended yarns. And as part of this business delegation, we have some of the business magnates who are the leading producers of hosiery, of textiles in the country. But what is important is that over the recent years, and as the Deputy Chief Minister mentioned, the policies of the government has really made Punjab the destination of choice for investors. We have been able to create one of the best ecosystems for the country, and this ecosystem really is what I would say should really attract you to come to Punjab, to invest in Punjab. That is the place where you wish to be. Of course, within the world, it's India. That's, as the Deputy Chief Minister mentioned, for the next 10 years. And within India, Punjab is really the place. And now, of course, the distance is, of course, less than 3.5 hours. You just take a direct flight to Chandigarh and to Mohali and Amritsar. For investors, I think one of the important points is about markets. Because a lot of times when you try to locate an investment of yours, what you are mostly interested in is there a market? And of course, as the Deputy Chief Minister mentioned, I mean, we are the largest middle class market, a country of 1.25 billion people. But within the country, what I would like underline here is that Punjab is very strategically located. A lot of times, people, when we talk to consultants and, we're discussing with them about our investment potential, they say, well, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra, they have a coastline, you are away from the ports. But we said, no, we can't change our geography. But what we can do is take advantage of our geography. What we can do is, wherever we are, make sure that we make the best use of it. And ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you that if you are in Punjab, you are actually looking at a market which is 15% of India's market. Now think of it. If you are in Punjab, you are able to access 1/6 of India's market, which will probably be as much as Europe that you are looking at. If you are in Punjab, you can access markets in J&K, in Himachal, Haryana, NCR, Rajasthan, and very, very important, Punjab is the gateway to the Central Asian markets. From the Atari-Wagah border, there is trade which is happening with Pakistan. A lot of trade is happening. And the Deputy Chief Minister has been continuously emphasizing with the government of India to increase the items of trade from India to Pakistan. This is only a question of time when trade really multiplies. And I must tell you, it's going to be a first mover advantage. We are already in the process of setting up a huge and a very state-of-the-art logistics infrastructure to support that market that is going to open up for us. And if you are going to be in Punjab, I must tell you that you would be in a position to access the entire Central Asian markets. I must share with you a story here. Last month, actually, the Deputy Chief Minister was in Shanghai. And as a follow-up, I got an investor who came to invest Punjab and wanted a piece of land. So I told him, I said, well, you should be in Ludhiana, you can look at Bathinda, you can look at Mohali. We offered him different plots of land. And I casually offered to him a plot of land in Goindwal Sahib, which is kind of just next to Amritsar, close to the Atari border. And when I mentioned to him the Atari-Wagah border, he suddenly got interested. And he says, no, I want this piece of land. Of course, we were very happy because this was one piece of land which normally is not preferred by the investors. So after we were done, I asked him, I said, but why are you interested in this piece of land? He said, you know why? Because I want to export my stuff to Pakistan. So he says, and this is the point which is going to be the closest to the Atari border. So that is the kind of markets that you have the opportunity to access if you are in in Punjab. And as the Deputy Chief Minister mentioned, we have now the most competitive power tariff. And ladies and gentlemen, we offer 4.99 rupees, which is less than 7 US cents per unit, which is the lowest in the country. And when I say this, and when the Deputy Chief Minister also mentioned, we present to you comparative figures for other industrial states, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Delhi, Haryana. Please see for yourself where we stand when it comes to industrial tariff for with the other states. And today we have an installed capacity which is much more than what has been our peak load demand. In terms of infrastructure, connectivity, of course, we are the only state in the country which has 2 international airports, Mohali and Amritsar. We are so proud that yesterday we were all part of the first international flight that took off from Mohali to Sharjah. And we have 3 domestic state-of-the-art airports at Pathankot, Ludhiana, and Bathinda. A lot of times people say that, air connectivity is fine, but what about freight? We also have the highest rail density in the country. Not many people are really aware of it. And of course, we have backed this up by inland container depots. I just mentioned, met an investor here, in fact, from Dubai, who is actually investing in building logistics infrastructure in Kila Raipur next to the Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. The road density, trust me, we are the best in class service. Deputy Chief Minister just missed out. It's his favorite topic that, you will be able to reach all towns of Punjab in 2.5 hours in the next couple of years, where we will be connecting all the towns with 4 and 6 lane highways. In fact, the Deputy Chief Minister was with the Union Road Transport Minister a couple of days, where projects more than 11,000 crores were announced in sanction for the state. Trust me, roads which would match the infrastructure that you guys see here would be in Punjab. Some of them are already existing, others are in progress. As I mentioned to you, we are on the Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. Your freight would be moving. The Eastern Freight Corridor ends at Ludhiana, and you'll be connected also to the Western ports and the Eastern ports. That is the point. So we would perhaps be the few states which would have access to both the freight corridors the Western Freight, the Delhi-Mumbai Freight Corridor, as well as the Eastern Freight Corridor that will run from Ludhiana to Kolkata. And of course, another first for us, you see, we are kind of used to announcing these firsts. So another first for us is that we are the first state where ladies and gentlemen, all villages are connected by 4G. We have 4G connectivity in all villages of Punjab. This is another thing that the investor always looks at is skills. Do we have skilled people? And you see, people who already are in Punjab, who have industry in Punjab, would vouch for it that we certainly have the best skilled manpower in the state. Again, anecdotes are there where people say that whenever Punjabi delegations go visiting shop floors, they are not allowed to go to shop floors because people fear that even if a Punjabi would look at a machine, he would kind of pictograph it in his mind and do reverse engineering. That is the kind of skill set that they have. So our engineering talent, the raw engineering talent that we have, is nurtured, backed by a network of engineering colleges which are in some world-class institutes. We have the Indian Institute of Technology, IIT, we have the ISB, we have the Indian Institute of Science Education Research, and now we also have the All India Institute of Medical Sciences and the Indian Institute of Management. So we have really focused on ensuring that the industry gets the best talent for working. And of course, the Deputy Chief Minister mentioned to you, we are the most peaceful state when it comes to labor relations. Absolutely no, in 25 years of my public service, I haven't heard of a lockout in any industry or strike. In fact, as he was mentioning, people ask for overtime when they're negotiating their labor rates with the country, with the industry. And let me also share something with you, that the Deputy Chief Minister has also been leading reforms in the state. And reforms which some of the states have not even thought of as yet. He mentioned to you about Invest Punjab. I'll talk to you about that in a bit of time. But he's also talked about something which has been really very, very important for the existing industry. The existing industry always asks him that they want to have ease of doing business. And at the October 2015 Progressive Punjab Investor Summit, the Deputy Chief Minister has announced that Punjab would be an inspector-free state. So ladies and gentlemen, today in Punjab, if you are running an industry, you do not have inspectors visiting you from the electricity department, from the industry department, from the factories, from the labor. Everything is being delegated. The inspector will come to visit only on your invitation, because what he always has said, and he believes, is trust the citizen. He believes that we must trust the citizen. We believe in responsible citizen-centric governance. We have made sure that not only is there no inspector Raj, but there's also auto renewal and also allowed third-party inspections. So those are the kind of reforms which we have taken up to ensure that the industry is able to work and prosper in a very, very healthy environment. And this has led to the fact that we have a lot of multinationals which are operating in the state. Godrej, Danone, of course, the French food processing company, Amul, PepsiCo, Cargill, Schreiber. Schreiber works for Pepsi, they do the juicing. Nestle and ITC, again, our homegrown food processing giant. ITC is actually putting up its largest food processing complex in Kapurthala. I'll show you some of the on-site pictures that I have subsequently in my presentation. It's going to be their biggest investment anywhere in the country. We also have, I'm sure some of you must be enjoying Lal Kila Basmati rice here. A lot of exports are happening in Dubai. Kansan Erlak, the Japanese paint manufacturing company, again is putting up a new plant, state of the art, in Goindwal Saab. DSM is the Netherlands-based pharma company. SML Isuzu, Class, the German agriculture implementation manufacturing company, and of course John Deere. No surprises here that people who are connected with food processing or with agriculture manufacturing industry are in Punjab. But I think today, I must take a bit of time to talk to you about something which the Deputy Chief Minister has been very passionate about, and that's the ease of doing business in India and setting up in Punjab and setting up a business in Punjab. And of course, because of Invest Punjab, we were ranked the best #1 state for setting up a new business in India in 2015 by the World Bank and DIPP. We have received delegations from the Government of India. In fact, the Prime Minister's office sent a delegation to us to validate our model. And today we have received more than 380 project applications. I mean, it's not something of a pilot that we have run or for 4 or 5 projects. We have received more than 380 project applications. And he mentioned to you, we are a one-stop office. We believe in transparency. We have had people who have filled online applications to us sitting in New Zealand. They have filled up an online application form. It's a common application form. You fill it up,